After a good night's sleep, I was up early on that Tuesday morning, ready for another full day of sightseeing. First thing I did was find myself at the Perkins restaurant on East Euclid Avenue. Like I said, I had a big day planned, so I fortified myself with lots of coffee and some pancakes, bacon, and eggs. Just the way I like them, sunny side up and looking at me. On my way over to my old neighborhood where I grew up, I passed by Oak Park Elementary School, which I attended from kindergarten to 6th grade. Boy, I tell you, that brought back some old memories from my childhood. Soon after that, I was at my old house where I'd grown up in. I've got to tell you, it seemed a whole lot smaller than what I remembered it. But I still have a lot of good memories for that old place. The reason I had gone back to my old neighborhood was to hook up with some old neighbors of mine, Kevin Carlson in the white shirt and Bill Burr. We planned on walking on a trail that Kevin frequented to get in some exercise. Here's some poison ivy alongside the trail. Turns out that was the least of my problems.
Lions and tigers and bears. Lions and tigers and bears. Lions and tigers and bears.
I'll pan and give you an idea of the dense vegetation here. Wait a second. Let me zoom in on that whatever that is over there. Sweet baby Jesus playing on the monkey bars. Hey guys, did you just see that? Let me zoom in again. Watching whatever that was in the distance, I had only two things going through my mind. I hope it didn't see me, and
be very, very quiet.
This is what the trail looks like that we're walking on. Seems pretty safe now. I think I'll head on over and get a shot of the river. This is the Des Moines River. The trail's been following it. Wait a second. What is that over there? I'll zoom in. Jesus Herbert Christ. Hey guys, did you just see that? It's the Loch Ness Monster in the Des Moines River. We came to a small bridge and decided it was time to get a few selfies taken. That's Kevin Carlson on the left, Bill Burr on the right. Here's a shot of me and Bill Burr. And here's one of me and Kevin Carlson. With all the rain that they had here earlier in the month, this place looks like the Okefenokee Swamp. Wait a second, is that log moving over there? I'll zoom in and get a better look. Hey guys, did you just... Never mind. After that, we headed back to Bill's place to take a look at his prairie grass in his backyard. It was pretty cool. I wish I'd shot more video of it. The stuff was taller than me. Here's a pond too that he had in his backyard. And sitting on one of those lily pads in the pond. By then, we were all pretty hungry, so they were nice enough to take me to a place that I wanted to go to. George the Chili King. We didn't go for the chili though, which, by the way, I hear is explosively good, but to get a tenderloin sandwich. You can't get those here in LA. The pork tenderloin sandwich is deep fried and usually served on a bun. Here's a picture of Kevin and Bill at the Chili King. A video playing in the restaurant showed that it was once featured on the show Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. After that, Kevin took us on a driving tour of Des Moines. One of the places we stopped at was Valley Junction. Dang it! See? I knew he was still alive. I just didn't know it was in Valley Junction, let alone Iowa. Here's a towel I saw in the window of the store. A lot of the stores had some really nice stuff that I could have bought if I hadn't been so cheap with my money. Yeah, I could see this hanging from the window of my car. Here's a pretty cool t-shirt. What do you know? I guess I am bilingual. That wasn't too difficult of a trick for me. Just can't have too many things that say, I love bacon. On the way back, the kid and all three of us had to stop off at Camp Dodge to take a look at the 2 tanks that were there. And then we were all pretty hungry, so we headed over to Chuck's restaurant on 6th Avenue. There we scarfed down some delicious pizza and onion rings. Here's a picture of Kevin and Bill, happy that they're eating all that good stuff. Here I am, ready to count and make sure I still got all my fingers left. After that, we called it a night. Good thing too, because I was doggone tired. I guess you could say I slept like a dog. I had a full day ahead of me, so once again I was up early with the roosters. They say the early bird gets the worm. Well, it wasn't the worm I was interested in. I wanted to get over to Waveland Cafe on University for one of their delicious breakfasts. And here it is, blueberry pancakes with eggs and bacon. 45 with a hearty breakfast, I made my way over to the Iowa State Fair. While I was in Des Moines, everyone kept asking me if I was going to go to the fair. Well, in that case, I damn well sure had better. Is that cheese curds or cheese turds?
Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it, don't even be late. Boom, 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 it's dollars to donuts at our state fair is the best state fair in our state. Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it, don't even be late. It's dollars to donuts at our state fair is the best state fair in our state.
Every Iowan knows that the first thing you do at the fair is head over to the agriculture building, because that's where you'll find people lined up to see that's right, the butter cow. A cow made out of butter. Let me tell you, that's going to make a lot of buttered toast. The butter cow is so popular, they even have an area where kids compete trying to carve a stick of butter into something. I was going to make a joke about toast again, but I guess I butter not. As cool as that is, this is just as cool. A giant sand sculpture of a cow driving a big wheeled off-road vehicle. Check out all the pigs that are crammed in there in that front window. I felt like a little entertainment, but not something that would have me blowing my breakfast all over the place. So I decided to do a little looking around. Well, it is entertainment. Maybe I should have been a little more specific. I think I'll go do some more looking around. Looks like more dancing. Is it river dancing, or is it clogging, or is it both? To tell you the truth, I almost jumped down there to show them what some really crazy feet could do. But instead, I decided to see what was going on in the tent around the corner. Alright, now we're talking. What do you think, Slick? Whoa, talk about putting gasoline on the fire. How you doing over there, Mortimer? Unlike Mortimer, I've seen enough. Besides, I was hungry and ready to get something to eat. Lemonade? Nah, I can get that anywhere. I just had a tenderloin. And Rocky Mountain oysters? I don't know. Elephant ears? Another big question mark. But then I saw it in the distance. Bacon! A place called It's All About the Bacon. That's my kind of place. Anything you can think of, wrapped in bacon. I went the traditional route and got the hot dog wrapped in bacon, covered with chili and cheese. I mean, what could go wrong with that? Oh yeah. I was ready to leave the fair, even though there was something interesting coming up later on. No, not the Scholastic Chess Tournament at 3:30 p.m. What I thought looked interesting was the Rubber Chicken Show. I can imagine what they would do with that back in Los Angeles, but I don't even know if that's legal here in Iowa, so I decided to leave. From the fair, I drove north to the town of Ankeny. There I was hoping to see one of the high trestle bridges. Unfortunately, I found out that the trail goes through Ankeny, but you can't see the first bridge until you get to the town of Slater. So I decided to drive to the town of Winterset to see another type of bridge. I was hoping to see some of the covered bridges in Madison County. To get there, I had to drive by rows and rows of good old Iowa corn and drive down some Iowa dirt roads. Finally, there it was, the first one, the Hogback Bridge. Unfortunately, it didn't appear in the movie The Bridges of Madison County, but some of the other bridges did. But that's okay, I thought the bridge was pretty cool. Now located in the town of Winterset is the birthplace and a museum dedicated to a famous actor. Here's a hint.
I never shot nobody I didn't have to.
Not sure yet? Well, put your thinking cap on because here comes another hint.
Take her easy there, Pilgrim.
Also found in Winterset is the John Wayne Birthplace Museum. That's right, this is where John Wayne, the Duke, was born. Here's a close-up of that statue. Yep, that's John Wayne all right. Here are a few of the markers found on the sidewalk in front of the museum for all of John Wayne's movies. Just around the corner from the museum is, as this sign testifies, the birthplace of Marion Morrison, better known as John Wayne. Here's another picture of that little house he was born in. After that, I raced back to Des Moines and back to my friend Bill Burr's house. There he treated me to a delicious meal of Iowa corn on the cob, hamburger, and green beans. Lucky for you, I had smell-o-vision installed in this video. Just scratch the appropriate mark on your computer screen to get that wonderful aroma of our meal. From there, we headed over to Principal Stadium to watch the AAA team, the Iowa Cubs, take on the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. Iowa is a minor league team for the Chicago Cubs, while the Sky Sox were a team for the Milwaukee Brewers. While we were there, we met our good friend Steve Nizzi. That's Steve on the left and Bill on the right. Thanks for the tickets, Steve. That's the Iowa State Capitol building, and this is the view we had from our seats at the stadium. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. We're in the game, and the Cubs are already up 1-0. It's the Iowa Cubs at bat. This guy wants to go to the big show. Later on, a Cubs player hits a home run, and the crowd goes berserk. The Iowa Cubs ended up winning the game 9-4. I had a great time, but I got home late and I was so tired that I slept like a rock. The next morning, I got up early. Morning, nothing. I had an early flight to catch, so I was up before the sun was. Anyway, I was up early, cooking on only 4 hours of sleep. I headed straight to Perkins to get a good breakfast and drink as much coffee as I could. Speaking of early, here's a shot at the Des Moines airport with the sun just coming up right before my flight left. I'm not sure if this is on my way to Phoenix or from Phoenix to Burbank. Like I said, I was pretty tired. Also, I was a little worried seeing that giant band-aid on the wing. Was that just a hallucination? Well, in any case, I made it back to the Burbank airport safe and sound.